Hi Marcel, when you first see these questions, it can be a little daunting, but it's not really that bad when you get into it. Actually, I kind of like this kind of thing because to me it has a mathematical background, and I kind of like things that work out that way. First of all, look at this. This picture came right from your textbook. You'll notice it if you go through your book. That's one of the reasons why I love using the e-text, because I can just pull things right out of the e-text, put them into this software here, and talk to you about it. But in any case, right here you see these gametes right here. This is my fan ready. Right here, the R, Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y. That simply comes from one of these and one of these and one of these and one of these. And then it becomes the genotype down here for the parent. So my problem always was, how do I get from here down to there? Like, what? Okay, so what I do is I use a little trick from math. Now, really this has no real biological basis, but it works every time. So what I do, I have my genotype here, I, R, Y, Y. What I do, I pretend they're two different pieces. And this one's the first one. These two are inside. And then these two are outside, and these ones are last. So remember back in the day when we did some math, we used the term FOIL. This works kind of like FOIL, except for it works FIOL. So it's going to be like this. It's going to look like. So I want to go first would be the big R, the big Y. The inside will be the small r, the big Y. The outside will be the big R and the small y. And then the last will be the small r, small y. And now you have the gametes for that for the cross you're dealing with, and you can notice that as I line them up over here, this corresponds with that one, this one with this one, this one with this one, and this one with this one. Once you have them lined up across the top, just line them up down the side, and you're off to the races. Then it looks like a times table, multiplication table, where you take this one, times it by that one, and you get this. So you get big R, big R, so you get two big R's, two big Y's. Here we get a big R and a small r, two big Y's. So we just kind of go through it like that. Big R, big Y, small y, like that, and then so on. So it's kind of just like regrouping all the possible combinations of the R's and Y's, wrinkles and rounds. So basically down here, again, we have a small r, small y with a big R, big Y. Looks the same as this one right here. And you can see what happens is that it starts to develop certain patterns. And if I were to sit here and count them, we would find out that there would be 9 round yellow, which would be right here. Let's say round yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And these are the possible genotypes for round yellow. Round green, there'd be 3 of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Wrinkled and yellow, let's see them right here. 1, 2, 3. And wrinkled and green, there's 1. But this is the ratio you typically commonly get is 9, 3, 3, 1. Okay, so that looks all great, nice and easy and simple, perfect. But what about if we had a real question to think about? Well, we do have a real question right here, which again I've taken out of your textbook. In this case here we have black rabbits. Sorry, we have rabbits. Black hair depends on the dominant allele, big B, on capital B. Brown hair is on the recessive allele, small b. Alright, so let's make a note of that for a second. That means we have black hair. we have two possible combinations or two possible genotypes, and that would be capital B, and capital B, small b, because we need one of those capital B's for dominance. Of course, if we have brown hair, the only way we can get that one is if we have two recessive genes. Okay, small b. So the short hair is due to small s, and long hair is recessive, which is a small s. So if we have short hair, looks like this. So we can have short hair is dominant. So we can have the S, or the S and the small s. And for long hair, then we can have that would be two small s's. Perfect. So where we go from here, we know all the possible genotypes. So let's see what happens. We have a true breeding black short-haired male. Okay, so true breeding means we have two identical alleles. So two identical alleles for black means that the pair for black should look like this because they're identical. These are not, as you can tell. Short-haired. So if it's short-haired, the only way we can have short-haired is if we have this. So the genotype for the male would have to look like this. Male would look like big B, small s, right? Has no choice because it's the only way you can have short, long hair is to have two small s's. Sorry about that. I had to go back and just take a second and reread the question. I think I was almost off to a wrong start. Looking back here, where it says true breeding, as I mentioned a minute ago, it looks like true breeding would be BB for black, and it looks like short hair. The short hair is dominant, so it would have to be the SS. So the male would be capital B, capital S. Down here, of course, this one will be a little bit easier. And it would have to tell us true breeding. If they didn't tell us this piece right here, we wouldn't know whether to use this one or this one for the black, or this one or this one for the short. So we had to know that. The next one is a little bit easier because it's going to be brown, long-haired female. So female is going to be brown, and the only possible way we can get brown is to have this. So B, and short-haired, brown, long-haired female. The only way we can get long-haired is to have SS. So now we have the genotypes for male and female. Once we realize that this is a true breeding, we can come up with their gametes and our Punnett square, like this. Just 1 second. Oops, my bad. This thing can be tedious. No, I'm trying to grab it and move it down. Hang on a second. Maybe I can do this. No. Oh, come on. Thought this would be easier. Okay, try again. I should be able to move that. Here we go. I'm only moving it once because, oh my goodness, it's hard enough this time. Finally, so now we need to come up with the gametes for here. So, like I said a minute ago, we pretend that this looks like this. Use a different color. We use green. Just divide it in half. So up here, it's going to be easier to see this one. It's going to be first, big B, big S. Inside, big B, big S. Oops. And big B, big S, and big B, big S. So it's going to be all the same. So up here we're going to have BS. I'm sure they didn't think about BS when they were making this. And down the side for the female we're going to have it'll be the same thing. It'll be little b, little s. First, inside, it'll be little s. Outside, it'll be little s. And last will be little b, little s. So, I'm scrolling down a bit more. It's going to be all small in here. Small b, small s, small b, small s, small b, small s, small b, 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, I have an extra one. I think I'm going to get rid of that pretty easy. Hopefully. Now I can move it. Who knew? Hard way of doing it. Get there in a second. Technology. Great sometimes. Sometimes it can be, delete. So up here is going to be back to rating Hamlet. Big B, big S, small s, big B, small b, big S, small s, and they're all going to be the same this time. Big B, small b, big S, small s, big B, it'll be big S, small s, and the same thing over here. So it's going to be big B, small b, big S, small s. So you're going to see you're going to have 100% black, short hair. And you can finish Punnant square out for yourself. It's just going to be the same in every square. I was hoping to get a die-hybrid cross where it changes up a little bit. But oftentimes, if you get a die-hybrid cross, for example, it would usually be, ratio would be 9, 3, 3, 1. Let's just double check for yourself. In case you have any more questions or want me to go through this again, don't hesitate to ask. I'll pick another question that works out nicer. And talk to you soon. Bye.